Have you ever noticed how often negative thoughts creep into your mind? Just pause for a moment and think about it. It's surprising, isn't it? These uninvited guests often show up unannounced, causing havoc in our minds. But did you know that you have the power to challenge them? Yes, you heard that right. And the first step towards that is awareness. Awareness is like a flashlight in the dark. It illuminates those corners of our minds where negative thoughts like to hide. Being aware means recognizing when these thoughts arise. It's about catching them red-handed and saying, I see you. But why is this important? Well, you can't change what you don't acknowledge. It's like trying to clean a room in the dark. You can't really get rid of the mess unless you turn the lights on, can you? So, let's start by turning on the lights. Being aware of your negative thoughts is the first step in challenging and changing them. Did you know that your negative thoughts likely follow certain patterns? It's true. These patterns are often shaped by recurring themes or situations that trigger negativity in your mind. It could be a past failure, a stressful day at work, or even a challenging conversation with a loved one. Now, why is it important to identify these patterns? Well, understanding these patterns allows you to anticipate when negative thoughts might arise. It helps you recognize the triggers, the situations or experiences that often lead to a spiral of negativity. This recognition is not about blaming those triggers, but about understanding your mental landscape. Once you're aware of these patterns, you can begin to respond differently. You can consciously choose to challenge the automatic negative thoughts that these patterns often bring about. You can choose to react in a more constructive, more positive way, and that's a powerful thing. Identifying these patterns is key to challenging and changing negative thoughts. Are your negative thoughts always based on fact? It's time to pause and ask ourselves this critical question. Often we allow our minds to run rampant with thoughts that are not necessarily grounded in reality. These thoughts, more often than not, are based on assumptions, fears, or past experiences rather than hard facts. Challenging the accuracy of our negative thoughts is a crucial step towards managing them effectively. It's about taking a step back, looking at the thought objectively and asking, is this really true, or do I have concrete evidence to support this? Let's not forget our minds are skilled storytellers, but the stories they tell are not always accurate. By questioning the validity of these thoughts, we lay the groundwork for transforming our mindset. It's like shining a spotlight on a ghost in the dark, only to realize it was just a coat on a rack. Questioning the validity of your negative thoughts is an important step in challenging them. Have you ever considered looking at situations from a different perspective? It's a powerful question that can help us challenge our negative thoughts. Sometimes we're so locked into our perspective that we fail to consider other potential interpretations. Imagine you're looking at a painting. From one angle, it might seem dull and uninteresting. But shift your viewpoint and suddenly new details emerge, the colors become vibrant, and the painting takes on a whole new meaning. Our thoughts and experiences are similar. If we're stuck in a loop of negative thinking, it might be time to shift our perspective. Look at the situation from a different angle. Consider other people's viewpoints. Try to find a new interpretation that challenges your initial negative impression. Remember, it's not about invalidating your feelings or experiences. It's about broadening your perspective, opening up to new possibilities, and questioning your automatic reactions. Exploring alternative perspectives can help to challenge and change negative thoughts. Do you believe everything you think? If your answer is yes, it's time to introduce you to evidence-based thinking. This is a practice where you challenge your thoughts by looking for hard evidence that supports or refutes them. It's like playing detective with your own mind. Let's say you're grappling with the thought, I'm not good enough. Instead of accepting it as truth, ask yourself, what evidence do I have to support this belief? And remember, actual evidence is based on facts, not on assumptions or insecurities. Similarly, if there's no concrete evidence, or if the evidence points in the opposite direction, then it's clear that the negative thought is not based on reality. By relying on facts rather than unfounded beliefs, we can begin to dismantle these negative narratives we tell ourselves. So next time a negative thought creeps into your mind, treat it as a hypothesis, not a fact. Evidence-based thinking is a powerful tool in challenging and changing negative thoughts. Are you fully present in the moment? That's a question we often forget to ask ourselves, but it's crucial, especially when it comes to challenging negative thoughts. Mindfulness is about anchoring ourselves in the now, not the past with its regrets, nor the future with its anxieties. It's about observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment. Imagine your mind as a sky and your thoughts as clouds passing by. Some of these clouds may be stormy and dark, but remember, they're just passing through. Practicing mindfulness helps prevent our thoughts from spiraling out of control. It's like a pause button in the middle of a whirlwind, allowing us to step back and observe our thoughts instead of getting caught up in them. By focusing on the present, we can recognize when a thought is just a thought, not a fact. It's a powerful tool that can help us challenge and change our negative thought patterns. Mindfulness can help you stay focused in the present and challenge negative thoughts. Have you ever tried countering negative thoughts with positive affirmations? This strategy is all about cultivating a more optimistic mindset. It's like planting seeds of positivity in the garden of your mind, and with time and nurturing, these seeds grow into strong, resilient trees. Imagine a negative thought as a weed. Left unattended, it can quickly take over and stifle the growth of your positive thoughts. But by consistently using positive affirmations, you're pulling out those weeds and making room for positivity to thrive. Affirmations are more than just feel-good quotes. They're powerful statements that challenge and change your thought patterns. When you repeat them, believe in them, and really feel them, they can start to replace those pesky negative thoughts. They're like your personal cheerleaders, boosting your confidence and encouraging you to believe in yourself. So, why not give it a try? Start today with a simple, positive affirmation like, "I am capable," or "I choose to be happy." Remember, positive affirmations can be a powerful tool in challenging and changing negative thoughts. Do you often imagine the worst-case scenario? It's a common practice, especially when we're caught in the grip of negative thinking. But here's the catch. Our minds, as creative and imaginative as they are, often exaggerate the severity of potential outcomes. In reality, the likelihood of our worst fears coming true is usually much less than we anticipate. This is where conducting a reality check comes into play. It's about grounding ourselves in the here and now, assessing situations objectively. Start by asking yourself, what are the chances of this worst-case scenario really happening? Then instead of dwelling on the negative, consider more realistic and likely outcomes. Keep in mind, this doesn't mean dismissing your feelings or concerns. It's about gaining a balanced perspective, one that acknowledges potential risks but doesn't let them dominate your thinking. By doing this, you're taking a step towards challenging and changing negative thoughts. Conducting a reality check can help challenge and change negative thoughts. Do you share your thoughts with others? It's a simple question, but the answer can make a world of difference in your mental health journey. When we're trapped in a cycle of negative thoughts, it can feel like we're alone in a dark room. But remember, there's always a door, and often that door is to seek support. Opening up about our thoughts to trusted friends, family, or a mental health professional can illuminate our situation, providing us with a fresh, external perspective. These individuals can help us see things from a different angle, challenge our negative assumptions, and guide us toward more positive thinking patterns. It's like having a sounding board, someone to bounce your thoughts off of and get valuable feedback. And you know what? It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to lean on others. It's okay to seek support, because seeking support can help in challenging and changing negative thoughts. Have you ever tried to replace negative thought patterns with healthier ones? Well, cognitive restructuring is a tool that can help you do just that. It's a process that involves identifying and challenging negative thoughts, then replacing them with healthier, more constructive ones. Imagine your mind as a garden. Negative thoughts are like weeds that can overtake your beautiful blooms if left unchecked. Cognitive restructuring is akin to gardening, pulling out the weeds and planting seeds of positivity. This process, however, doesn't happen overnight. It requires consistent practice and patience. By continually identifying and challenging your negative thoughts, you slowly alter the landscape of your mind. Over time, you'll find that your automatic thoughts are less negative and more balanced. Remember, it's okay to have negative thoughts. They're a part of being human, but you don't have to let them control your mind or your emotions. Cognitive restructuring can be a powerful tool in challenging and changing negative thoughts.